What up? What up? It's your favorite gang song. It's Blue. You already know it's the Good Gang Podcast. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah.
And you already know who it is. Gizzle, man, TG, whatever you want to call me. Got my good peoples on here tonight. I'm going to, let him introduce himself. If you watching me, you've been watching him already, so you probably don't need no introduction, but, do your shit.
Yes, sir, man. You already know, man. Big Smoove, you know what I mean? Hailing out of Lancaster, California, you know what I mean? Tapping in with my favorite gangster, my boy Gizzle, man. You already know the deal, man. Appreciate y'all having me on here tonight. You feel me?
Oh yeah, most definitely, nigga.
We're gonna be having you on here frequently, man, because this is how we build. We using the same format that we did with the music. Reaching out and tapping in with our folks. This moving thing.
Absolutely.
And that's gonna be the only place I'm gonna get you to where I can talk shit to you, nigga, and you can't say I don't want to talk shit to you. I don't want to talk shit with you. I don't want to talk. No, you got to, nigga.
You told y'all I didn't come here to argue. You already know.
Look, you got to, nigga.
I prepped TG. I said, TG, I'm not gonna argue with this nigga because I know he want to debate on some shit or nothing, nigga. We gonna say that for the next one, nigga. You know what I mean? It's my first time. Niggas gotta be gentle, man. Slow down, bro. You feel me?
I'm gonna start off by saying, how about them Lakers?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Hey, look, man, y'all want me some money tonight, man. Thank you.
Okay, all right, there we go. That's fair enough.
We'll take that.
See, TG,
don't start with me because you know
start some shit.
You
already.
know.
How about the like? Yeah, okay. Yeah,
hey,
so
man,
yeah, absolutely.
You know
man. Glad we were able to support, you know what I'm saying, your pockets and put some money, you know what I'm saying, in your pockets tonight. You know what I mean? You chose right.
I appreciate
you chose
that.
right.
I appreciate
it.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna just say, I don't want to hear no Lakers slander in a week. This is recorded, and I will go clip this and just play it back as soon as you start talking shit.
Absolutely.
Now look, this is the cold part because what the fuck are you gonna clip and be able to play back that I said y'all want me some money? Nigga. Come on.
Nigga gonna edit that shit.
Y'all were playing.
Nigga, it's gonna say I love the Lakers, nigga, and I don't like the Heat, nigga. We gonna clip that shit.
Y'all hey, those words have never came out of my mouth, man. I'm just saying.
AI is real, nigga.
I'm a co editor right about now. You know what I mean? I could put you in a Lakers jersey. I can make you say what I want you to say.
That's that AI, you feel me?
Man.
Can't do it. Ain't nobody gonna believe it.
Yeah, man. Let's get into it though, man. I just want to start out and you kind of like let us know your backstory, like the beginning. You ain't gotta go like as far as into childhood, but the later years of your upbringing, like as a teenager in Lancaster, California.
Okay, yeah. So originally, I was not from Lancaster, California. I originally was born in the Valley. I got to Lancaster, California when I was 11 years old. So it was 1991. I came out here. It was a lot of motherfucking dirt, more black people than I had seen in from where I originally was at, more black people. And just a little different, you know what I mean? It wasn't what I was normally used to. As it progressed, I started realizing demographics, nigga, it was some nigga shit out here. You feel me? Like some real nigga shit. So, by the time I was 12, 13, I was already, in the gang culture, you feel me? In the streets, young. Pops was already gone by then, you know what I'm saying? So just living in Lancaster, man, very close knit, you know what I mean? But I literally got to see the city grow. You feel me? At first it was kind of like, a lot of white people and more niggas than I was used to, but as it grew, more niggas came out because the cost of living was low. So, whenever the cost of living is low, you're gonna get some niggas, you're gonna get Mexicans, you're just gonna get poverty in general. You know what I'm saying? And so as going into the middle 90s, you started seeing an influx of just more black people, more Hispanic people. And as that happened, more gang culture, more, crime goes up, all that shit. You know what I mean? So by the time I was in junior high school, I was actively gang banging, got put on. After that, just kind of live with what, you know what I'm saying, what is the normal traditional, you would say, street life, you know what I mean? Most of my homies either in and out of jail, niggas start dying, all the stuff that goes along with the gang culture, you know what I'm saying? And so um that's how it really was, my upbringing. Very close knit though, because you know, in my section, we you know, we're original members of our section. So very close knit, but as that shit grew, you know, niggas start going to juvenile hall, niggas start going to the prison system, you know what I'm saying? And next you know, shit's happening in the streets. All that shit correlates to active gangbanging. You feel me? And so that's where, you know, from about 13 until I was about 32 years old, that was my life. You feel me?
So is it safe to say, like how you said, this is a city that wasn't occupied by low poverty. It was, like I wouldn't say an upper class, but more like a white hick town type situation.
It was
And then it grew into what it is today, like infested with gangs.
absolutely, absolutely. At first, it was more when I was younger. We were getting into it with the white people. You feel me out here because that's more of what it was when it came to like any kind of conflicts. You know, niggas wasn't really conflicting heavy. It was here, spurts here and there. But at that age, I saw it, but I wasn't more involved in it. As the city grew, you know what I'm saying, and the population changed, you know what I'm saying, then the element continued to grow and grow into where it is now. And now it's just, you know, you can see that shit everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the city's lit right now. The temperature's hot right now. Like in the winter, you know what I'm saying? It's hot right now in this motherfucker. So um you know, came the gangs, came the drugs, you know what I'm saying, with all that stuff that brings, you know, that brings the crime rate up. And so it's not a nice area. It ain't the worst, you know what I'm saying, on the planet neither though. You know what I'm saying? It's got a lot of positive things out here too, but definitely the gang culture and just crime in general, it's out here, man.
Real quick before I even chime in on that, just to give the viewers who may not know, when you said originally from the valley, like what part of the valley do you mean? Like, you know what I mean?
So I was born in the San Fernando Valley. I was born in Mission Hills. That's where I was born. You know what I'm saying? I
Got
moved around a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But to me, like we consider this like it's the Antelope Valley, but it's like the dirt to us now. You feel me? It's the desert, it's the dirt. We don't even really, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else consider it the Antelope Valley, and this we just now it's just the dirt. You feel me? That's where we from. It's the
yeah.
desert. You know what I'm saying? And so we close enough to be closer to the valleys, but we only what, an hour and some change away from the city. You feel me? So we ain't too far, you know what I'm saying, from everything, but we not LA, you know what I'm saying? And we never been LA, you know what I'm saying? But definitely there's some LA influence out here for sure. You know what I'm
It is.
saying?
The reason why I said before I chime in, me chiming in is basically because before I got put in a wheelchair, I got shot back in '06. So before '06, I lived in Palmdale, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And that's how I know Paul George personally.
yeah,
Was
yeah.
he used to come on the
You know
block and
what I'm
play
saying?
ball and shit like that. You know,
Absolutely.
I used to make fun of him because he had two first names. You know what I'm saying? But
Paul is oh God.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So but now like me going out there and coming from the culture that I came from, which was in South Central, West LA, wherever it was just a part of LA culture as a whole, right? And then I
Yeah,
get up there to Palmdale, to where even when I would, adventure off into Lancaster or whatnot like that, I saw a difference. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, like I saw a lot of white folks out there. But
yeah,
what I saw was that when I did, come across gang members, it seemed like they kind of all got along with each other.
yeah,
I would go to somebody's crib that might be from Hoover, and he got some niggas over there that's some sick soul. He might have some niggas over there. You know what I'm saying? Like it,
yeah, yeah,
everybody was getting along. Where, like how you said, it was white folks out there. You know
yeah,
what I mean? So it was kind of like a black and white type of thing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Going on out
yeah,
there, where everybody kind of was sticking to their own.
yeah,
And I know for the viewer who might view this, and we live in a times where, everything is so, everybody's so sensitive when it comes to certain topics,
Yeah,
subject,
yeah,
but that's just the reality of it. You know what I mean?
yeah. You got to think too, though, man. For people that are outside looking in, you just don't know the experience. You know what I'm saying? And everybody' experience is different, man. I'm from this way, bro. So I seen the ins and outs of all this shit. I got homies that done died for this shit. You feel me? Like you
Right.
can't tell me, like a nigga can't tell me shit. Like, but I remember when it wasn't fashionable to be from Lancaster. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
a nigga say you from Lancaster, and the nigga pop that shit like, nigga, what's that? I never heard of it. No, and
Right.
when I coming up, that shit was like fighting words. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
nigga, he had to really get down where we was mad at, bro, in order to like create that. Like that's why I mentioned like my homies was going to, what I'm saying, juvenile hall. I had to go to juvenile hall. Niggas going to the county. You know what I'm saying? The niggas start touching the prison system. Like all those were like factors in how shit was changing and getting your recognition. You know what I'm saying? Not glorifying or anything, but those are just the steps that it took for recognition to go. Cause now you'll run into a nigga from here, from there, and the nigga say, oh yeah, man, I was with one of your homies over here in the pen or ours over here. You know what I'm saying? Run into your homie over here. Or I know a boy from over there. It's just the
Right.
transition, being from out here is different from being from LA. So it's like niggas didn't have to go through that process. They did, but it was something that was already solidified. You feel me? So a nigga could come and join something that was already there. For us, it was like from the ground up. You feel me? Like a nigga's affiliation was being affiliated to something that was already created. You know what I'm saying? For me, my experience was being a part of something that was being created. You feel me?
Yeah,
So a lot of people don't understand what a nigga went through and the politics of everything, you know what I'm saying, in order to get where a nigga was, and so like I don't really be giving a fuck because I know niggas, you know what I'm saying, from everywhere that'll come out here and get knocked down. You feel me? I done see niggas from other hoods from everywhere and get knocked down, and niggas will think shit is sweet. You feel me? But that's just being culturally aware of just poverty in the ghetto in general. Nigga, you can never, think you could be somewhere and it ain't cracking, bro. Like just because
Mm-hmm.
it's not from the Mecca. You know what I'm saying? Because the city's the Mecca. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, that's where everybody's originally from. So that's like, nigga, the mecca of gangbang and all that kind of shit. But nigga, that doesn't mean the influence hasn't reached other places and shit ain't cracking, bro. You got to keep your head on a swivel wherever the fuck you at. And any street nigga, any real nigga that's moved around knows that's how you got to move. So, but being from where I'm from, man, like it was steps and shit we had to take in order to get our you know what I'm saying, I would say our notoriety or being known, you know what I'm saying, to where it was legitimized from being where we from, you know what I'm saying.
yeah. No, I definitely know the rundown, and I would say that it's safe to say, unlike myself or Blue, you probably are you can tell that story because you probably a first or second generation member
Yeah,
from
I'm a
your
first.
section.
Yeah,
First,
I'm a
so
first generation
so
from
so
my
you
state.
so you like for your city, you are a founding father of where you from. And yeah,
Absolutely.
it's so basically you came up in a time where you had to take the steps that our big homies had to take to be solidified here, opposed to
Absolutely.
us coming into this when this was already a thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. I know the story already. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But
uh,
yeah, and
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't I don't I don't want to touch too much on the negative.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's enough.
Absolutely.
They don't need to know much. Tell them to take a trip if they want to find out. But
Absolutely. To segue into, into the positivity, the only reason why it's such a good look is only because of what a nigga went through prior to what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? And so, not to glorify anything, but at least you can see that, and this is, if any youth or anybody is watching, you can see I'm a direct reflection of what you can do from when you start somewhere and finish totally different. Because my story now is totally different from where I started. But I don't regret nothing, and thank God I was able to make it and transition, because a lot of people wasn't fortunate enough to transition. I'm just somebody who was able to live that shit, you know what I'm saying, and make a choice and decide, you know what I'm saying. I watched the Pivot podcast a lot, bro, and then have a pivot and change my life and go into something that's more positive, you know what I'm saying, where I feel like I'm more in my purpose.
Right. I want to
So
go into. Go ahead, Blue.
no, I was getting ready to ask him like, what was the as far as like the influence out there, being out there, the music scene, you growing up out there, was it any different from the kid that was growing up in South Central LA when it came to the music scene?
Absolutely not. Nigga, it's exactly the same. Like I said, we ain't nothing but an hour and some change away from the city. The
Most
influence
definitely.
there. You know what I'm saying? The influence is there. Nigga, I grew up motherfucking nigga by far. NWA was the first. Nigga, my brother introduced me to NWA, early E40 when that nigga had federal, you know what I'm saying? That's 91. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously Tupac, nigga, super Tupac fan. You know what I'm saying? That shit was like gospel to me. That whole time period from shit 94 nigga, all the way, nigga, until that nigga passed. Nigga, I thought I was gonna be an outlaw. I ain't gonna hold you. When that nigga died, I cried because I was like, I'll never be able to make a song with Pac, nigga. Like, I thought musically I was gonna make a song with Pac. You feel me? I thought that was like in the
I
cards for a nigga, because that was my goal, you know?
that was some shit like I remember telling my mom, so I'm like, yo, I believe if Tupac was still alive today, I said, I believe a lot of us, bro, a
Outlaw,
lot,
nigga.
including us three on this shit right here, right now, I believe will be somewhere under Cud Wayne where he didn't gave niggas or put motherfuckers in a position to really win, because I feel like that was somebody would have been that person who gave that much, like he would have gave a fuck that much
Yeah.
to with us like that. Everybody, not it was on some. It don't matter where you from, all that. Like he would have
Yeah.
fucked with my.
The nigga was impactful, bro. Like, it's only been a few artists that like impacted me to where I felt like what they were talking either resonated so strong that it would create a following in me, nigga, or just some shit that I just decided like damn, listening to that shit moved me so much, and I'm like, damn, I want to do something similar to what they've done. It's only two people that's ever done that was Tupac, nigga, and Nipsey Hussle, bro. Only two niggas, bro, that ever gave any kind of influence to where I felt like a nigga was talking the next level of type of shit. Like Pac spoke to my soul, bro. Like to what I was living, how I was feeling. Nipsey was the mogul, bro. Like he put me in a position mentally when I listened to his music to say, nigga, I could go make some money, do some different shit, and really transition into something positive and do it, bro. And that's really what I pulled from his style. I know he was from 60s, and I know, we already know the deal with that. You feel me? But
Yeah,
I felt like his music was so motivating, bro, that it didn't matter where he was from, bro. Like it had no
right,
that had no bearing on what, like, how some people say, man, don't shoot the messenger, or don't listen, don't take the fuck who said it, nigga. Listen to the message, bro. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And then I have to say a third. I know TG will appreciate this one, nigga. 50 Cent, bro. And nigga's another nigga that just what he's done and what he's doing, bro, for music. Like those three motherfuckers right there. When Get Rich or Die Trying dropped, bro, that was like when Tupac dropped All Eyes on Me. Nigga, that shit was floating through the section crazy, nigga. When All Eyes on Me dropped, nigga, I remember walking to school, nigga, and niggas flying by in Regals, nigga. And back then it wasn't no Dubs and no 22s. It was nigga 17 nines was the shit back then. You know what I'm saying? Deep dish 100 spokes. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas are slide by banging ambitions as a rider. Bro, when that motherfucking 50 dropped that shit, bro,
Facts, facts.
when that nigga dropped that shit, it was like,
That was a
like
different
he said, I
time.
want him to
50,
they love Pac. You feel me? Like, nigga, that shit
I
was in the
50,
section, bro.
50 made you say fuck a motherfucker who people were a fan of. This
Yeah.
nigga dropping hit records, bro.
Well, yeah. That nigga's a bully, and we
Ja Rule
loved it.
hit records. I was fucking with Ja Rule, bro.
We all was, nigga. If the nigga said he
And this
wasn't, nigga,
nigga
he
50
was
came
lying. Nigga.
hey, 50 came along and made me, for whatever reason, I don't even know why. Like
Yeah.
I
You know
got
why?
in his eyes right, telling like, hey, good, look, man. I still don't have a legit reason, but 50 made me say fuck you, cuz.
Bro.
I,
We
I
like
don't
anybody. who stands on business, who says it's just like how we like Floyd Mayweather and niggas like that, bro. If a nigga say I'm gonna beat you up and then do it, nigga, we approve of that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And like when 50 Cent came to Billy Ja Rule and was like, nigga, I'll do this and you sucking out, we was kind of like, you know what? I fuck with you, 50. You know what I'm saying? Any nigga can do that shit.
Can we say it was because some of it, or if not a lot of it, had to do with the fact that, bro, hip hop, the fans had never ever in the history of hip hop, nigga, got this rapper, nigga, who had been shot 7 fucking times. So already they building off of that alone. That this nigga done been shot 7 times, cuz. So nigga building off of that. And the nigga had a video game called Bulletproof, cuz. The nigga, bro, this was the first rapper to have a fucking, well, no, I ain't gonna say that because Shaq was considered a rapper at that time.
Fuck all that, nigga.
Shaq,
that nigga
bro,
game was
that's a whole nother
the
shit was
impact,
bang, shoot him up, nigga. Bulletproof was the shit.
The 50 impact was different. His impact was different.
Impact was different.
If you go back,
like the first to do it though, the first to do it.
You got to look at it like this. It's not about if he was the first to do it or not. He came with the right shit at the right time. You had a generation of niggas.
So Shaq Fu didn't do well.
Bro, I'm not saying it didn't do well. When I say the right shit at the right time, you got a generation of kids who was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, going into the 2000s that was already badass ghetto kids. And he's dropping music that you can personally relate to if you come from them ghettos. Me myself, I grasp to it because everything he was talking about, it's like I was living that shit at the time. I used to look around at my niggas, and the way he rapped about his niggas, I had those relationships with my niggas. I was one of them niggas when that shit dropped. I was up riding around 2, 3 in the morning, 4 heads in a bucket, and everybody strapped. So you gotta understand what that shit meant to me to listen to some shit that was talking, but I really was living. For me, whether he was living it or not, the shit he was talking was everything I was doing. I was on Western with a sack, nigga. You know what I mean? Selling that, that shit, nigga. You know what I mean? I was doing that, nigga. Niggas really having that gunpowder up their sleeves. You know what I mean? Like, nigga. So you had a generation full of niggas that was like this. So the impact, I understand what you're saying about the Shaq shit, but like, man, as a kid, the Shaq shit was entertaining. It wasn't relatable. It's a difference.
No, it wasn't relatable. I ain't even saying that. I'm just saying specifically the first.
Yeah.
Just was he the first? I'm saying, was he the first rapper to have a video game? That was what I threw in there. Was he was the first rapper to have a video game? It wasn't like
no, he definitely wasn't the first rapper to have impact. He wasn't the first rapper to have a video game, but I think Shaq, like I wasn't going to my friend's house and they was like, hey, let's put the Shaq game in. Like that wasn't what we was doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, most definitely like Shaq Fu had to be
that Bulletproof is different, bro.
Yeah.
Nigga, hey, Shaq Fu was those games that you had to get, nigga. If you was just like, if you was a real fan of, I had the Shaq Fu game, nigga. So
that's why you lobby for that shit. That nigga said, look, I had the game, nigga. I ain't have Shaq Fu, but I definitely have Bulletproof.
That nigga probably had the shoes, the shirt.
You feel me? The pumps, and all that.
Hey, look,
all that shit.
The sippy cup. Nigga had the sippy cup.
I didn't have the Shaq no shit. Y'all got me fucked up, nigga. But
man, hold on, because I don't want to be attacked today, Blue. I see it.
Look, nah, this nigga, hey, this nigga on some bullshit. So I ain't worried.
And all that shit.
Did you have the sippy cup?
Now when it came to 50, hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. When it came to G Unit, I had the G Unit sneakers, I had the G Unit hat. Hey, nigga.
Slingshot, dog. Them niggas had that slingshot that nigga had, bro.
Yeah, I'm guilty.
I think I didn't get, cause I could put the
motherfuckers. I had one. I ain't gonna hold you.
I thought I
I
was
got
buff as a bitch when I put it
can
on.
put that on the set. I can put that on the set. I did not have one of those.
I had 3 of them.
Oh
Hey, but you
yeah,
gotta think,
that
bro.
was something.
Like to go off of what TG was saying though, bro. Even the intro to the shit, the nigga dropped the change, bro, and then that nigga came in. What up, blood? What up, cuz? What up?
bro?
What up, gangsta? Nigga was like, what? This
50
nigga from the
Cent
East
over
Coast,
the.
nigga.
Hey,
Let this
I
nigga know,
literally,
nigga. I don't give a fuck, and I'm finna bust a cap on the nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Color, come on, bro. Color, that nigga, bro. It was just he was really catering to the West Coast with that shit. He was with Dre. He got co-signed by Eminem, bro. His shit was impactful, especially to be a nigga from the East Coast, bro. So when it comes to circle around, back, nigga, Pac, Nipsey, and 50 were very impactful, nigga, in my growth music, for sure, absolutely.
most fucking definitely, man.
Um, I want to go off into your music though. Now I know the that you started doing the music with us with the Gangsters Got Next. You was a part of the movement,
Absolutely.
as you know, we all 3 of us was, GIP, my nigga Payback.
Man,
But
that
you
giant, man. Miss that dude.
man, we all do, man. He was the glue.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
He was the
He was
glue.
it. He was the engine in the car. He definitely was the motor, man, for sure.
Right. You you was in another genre of music. It's still rap, but just tell us about it though. Like,
So one thing, man, I never wanted to box myself in musically, man. You know what I mean? Like my background, obviously being in the streets and everything, but I consider music an art as well, though. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never been no dumb nigga. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that niggas that just rap about certain shit is dumb niggas or nothing, but I've always been able to articulate myself. Even my homie Lazy, rest in peace, used to always tell me, like, Smooth, you a smart homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't a dumb homie. You a smart homie. So for me, doing different things and trying different things was always on the menu. You feel me? Not no weird shit though. So let's clear that up real quick. Ain't no goofy shit, no weird shit. Pause that. I'll be watching that camera and Mason and shit. You feel me? Hey,
He already know how.
That shit is
This
crazy.
nigga know how I feel about that shit, nigga.
You feel me? This shit is crazy.
yeah, well,
This
August Blue, you ain't said no crazy shit today. I've been listening.
But
So
this
yeah,
nigga be quiet.
he was on the phone the other time. I heard some wild shit. I'm like, hey, tell that nigga to pause that shit. But yeah, man. So I've always been eager to try different things, man. And so I had this opportunity, man. I was doing music with 2 other cats, man. My little homie from the section, little Payback. That's my little bro. And then one of the homies, he's from Pasadena, the homie Zone. And at first it initially started with me, man. And I ended up getting a manager, and we was trying to. He was managing at the time. He was managing a rock group called Fuelhead, and he had a magazine, and he was managing them. They were from Sweden, and he was like, man, I think it'd be really cool. You know what I'm saying? If y'all collaborated on some music, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, nigga being a street, I'm like, nigga, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, do it with them because I'm I don't mind trying different shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, damn, how's that gonna work? You feel me? And then I just said, you know what, fuck it, man. Let's see what it did. And so we made one song, you know what I'm saying? And from there, we was like, okay, that shit cool actually. And we didn't have to change too much who we were. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a nigga was saying go be this to mix with them. It was like, nigga, just be y'all, but y'all just gonna do it with them. You feel me? And one thing led to another, bro. We ended up doing a whole album. And that shit, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That shit was a great experience. It's one of the funnest times I had doing music outside of my normal genre of music, man. It was fun. I got to meet some real solid brothers, man, from another country, man. And these are straight like Viking looking white boys. You feel me? And but the one of the dopest things was, a lot of times we do everything with music, synthetic beats, made from MIDI, sounds that are not all original. You know what I'm saying? Like we're putting it through computer and synthesized and all these different things. These dudes actually could really play instruments. So we had a drummer, we had a nigga on the guitar. So when we doing live shows, bro, and I implore you guys to do this shit when, you know what I'm saying, when you get an opportunity, man, to get with some real musicians, people who play, you know, actual instruments, man. It is a feeling like no other when people can replicate a beat and you rap over that shit in front of people. You can feel the bass from the drums in your chest, nigga. The riffs that they make with the guitars, nigga. The shit is just it's it's music at its purest form. You feel me? And that's why I understand now, like when niggas be on, you know, the BT Awards and niggas like Jay-Z or whoever was using live instruments to their shit, and it's almost exactly what the song sounds like, but it's a twist, bro. I promise you, being on stage doing that shit, I've never felt more comfortable and more in tune with music than doing it with the instruments, bro. That shit was a beautiful thing. So to touch on that, doing the rock and rap album, we put an album out called Fuel for the Kings because we were Kings of Tomorrow, KOT, and they were Fuel heads. So we created an album called Fuel for the Kings. We released it. We got good reviews, more outside of the country more than inside. Because just to be honest, niggas wasn't
Yeah.
ready for that, and niggas
Nah,
wasn't
for
really
sure.
jumping on the shit. You know what I'm saying? But we did some videos, you know what I'm saying? That shit's still out on YouTube. You ever look, check it out, you know what I'm saying? Fuel for the Kings, you can see what a nigga did, man. And it was just, it was actually, like I said, one of the funnest times. And I also hold my hat. The first album we did, we didn't curse one time, man. And you know, this is from a motherfucker who, nigga, I be telling y'all be like, nigga, you still rapping this shit? I be like, nigga, I got curse words. You feel me? Like, nigga, I still got some cuss words. You feel me? Some
That
curse
nigga
words.
said that's
We did a whole album with no cussing, so it was radio friendly if we needed it. You know what I'm saying? Like it just pushed me musically to like do something different and really, you know, hyper focus on it and make good music. So I was very proud of that accomplishment. I also ended up getting a clothing deal out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just some things
nice.
happened. I was in magazines. You know what I'm saying? I never in magazines. I was in the Swedish newspaper. Like it just reached farther. It just showed me how truly you could reach further than your section and whenever by you know your selection on what you do with your music and how you market it. You know what I'm saying? And so it was a great experience. I'm very thankful for it, man.
Most definitely, man. That's dope.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely,
A lot of
absolutely. It
people,
was fun.
a
Fuck,
lot of
bro. It
people
was
don't know
fun.
your biggest support. It usually don't come from people who look like you or people that come from places you come from. I know
Absolutely.
when I was having my run, and I would check the analytics. Most of my supporters, I'll be like, damn, Hawaii,
Right.
but damn,
Right.
these niggas where I come from won't buy shit, but Hawaii.
Yeah,
Hawaii,
right. Right.
Hawaii, my stream is going up in Hawaii,
Right.
Brazil. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Yeah.
places in Europe, and I used to be
Yeah.
like, "That's crazy." It wasn't much, but what it was enough where I generated a few dollars off of it. I was just like,
Absolutely.
"Damn, like yo, support." So we make music. Most of us we tend to make music for the trenches of where we come from.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But that ain't
nice.
that's not who typically supports us. You know what I mean? It's usually come from people that we wouldn't even think, people who don't look nothing like us. I remember, I think you had this opportunity too before Blue, but I remember people in China reaching out to me. It was reaching out to me
Yeah,
through social
yeah, yeah.
media, asking for my email, was trying to get me to send merch. They wanted to do deals with me and sell merch and China. They wanted anything. I could have just made a T-shirt with my face on it. They didn't care, and that's how big it was. And when I watched the Wu Tang documentary, it kind of brought more awareness to why that was,
Yeah.
which was after I went through it already. It brought awareness to why that was, and I just seen how their culture over there was just so in love with hip hop and every form of hip hop. It didn't matter if it
Absolutely.
was East Coast, West Coast, the South, or the corner, wherever the corners of the earth where they rapping at. China
Absolutely.
probably loves hip hop more than any place in the world.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it makes sense because, I mean, the truth of it is, man, is that when it comes to music and what we're doing, man, people are not living the same lifestyle as us other places, but there's an allure to it, man. It's just the truth. It's entertaining. It's an allure, bad boy images and all that kind of shit. It's just an allure to it, and it's crazy to
Right.
us because sometimes we be looking like, nigga, you don't want to live this motherfucking life we live. But that nigga say on Friday Roach, you don't want to live like this. We live rough, nigga. We live raw. You understand?
Yeah,
Like
we live
we live
raw.
raw.
We live
But
rough.
but but it's an allure to it, man, that makes people gravitate to it, to our struggle. Like it's a lot of times people don't understand. They be envious and jealous of our struggle, nigga. We just make that shit look good. You know what I'm saying? Like when we doing it, but it's really a big allure in other places to what we do and what we bring, man. And just that's not just the music. That's just being a black, you know what I'm saying, an African American, how you want to say it, a nigga, a black man, a real motherfucker. They just gravitate to that shit, and it's always gonna be like that, man. They love it. You know what I mean? They want to emulate it. You know what I'm saying? And they want to dress like us. We are the trendsetters. You know what I'm saying? Like we create the fashion, we create the flow. You know what I'm saying? Which is, you know, on a whole nother, it's even more of a disappointment that we don't run shit when we're the ones that they're mimicking and they're emulating. It's us. You know what I'm saying? Yet we don't control the likeness and image of what, we're perpetuating out there. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's a whole nother topic, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Shit, man. So I also know that you're a coach, man. You're a
Absolutely.
coach.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that. Like, what were you the whole time? Like, the niggas was doing music, doing Gangsters Got Next. Was you coaching then? Cause I know your some of your sons play football too, right?
Absolutely. So football for me. So first off, I played youth football, you know what I'm saying, up until high school. Obviously, the gang banging took over. You can't do both. The niggas that did, kudos to you, nigga. I couldn't do it. The streets had a hold on me. I gravitated more to that, and ended up not playing. I started playing in high school. I started playing at youth, but when I got to high school, I played my freshman year. I tried to play a couple more times, couldn't get my shit right. So, but I've always been enamored with football, with sports in general, baseball, basketball, just sports, period. You know what I mean? Analytics, the whole nine, everything about sports, just I'm captivated by that shit to this very day. You know what I'm saying? It's something I've always loved to do, always want to be a part of it. So football coaching came easy to me. But initially, my son, my 19-year-old son, Desi Five Times, the one that raps, he was gonna play football, but he ended up. I don't know if y'all know. He had seizures from the time he was 4 until he was 8. He had
Oh man.
viral. Yeah, he had viral meningitis. You feel me? So it
Yeah.
created him having seizures, so he couldn't play football. I thought, but God willing, man, he ended up growing out of them motherfuckers, bro. And by the time he was 8, he was able to play football. So I thought a nigga wasn't gonna never like play football, do anything. So I had made my mind up, like, whatever, I'm just going, nigga, whatever you become, you become. You know what I'm saying? But once he
Yeah.
said he played football and he was able to, then I went, you know what I'm saying, put him in football because he wanted to do it. I never forced him. And then I ended up being an assistant coach. So this was in 2012. You know what I'm saying? And so that was my first introduction to football coaching. I was an assistant for a dude who was a former Marine, taught me a lot of shit. So I basically was an assistant coach from 2012 until about 2015, until my son went into his last year, and I decided I just wanted to watch him play. You know what I'm saying? And not really
Yeah.
be involved in the coaching process. So once he left youth football and went into high school, you know what I'm saying, I ended up meeting now who's my wife. So this is how I ended up getting back into coaching. My youngest son, who's 14 right now, he wanted to start playing football. And so I jumped back off the porch, you feel me, back off into coaching. And this is when I feel like I made my most impactful coaching. So
Okay.
he started his first year at 10, and I was coaching for the Palmdale Falcons. I was an assistant coach again, but he was only 10 years old and he was playing with the 11 and 12-year old. So he played up. I went through that season, and about halfway through the season, I was like, you know what, man? Um, Next year, you know what I'm saying? If there ain't no coach, you know what I'm saying? I know you're gonna move up because that's how it works. Every year you gotta move up with the team. I said, if you're gonna move up, who's the head coach? Shout out to Coach Dominique Walker, man. He was the president and the coach of Palmdale Falcons. He's the nigga that gave me my first head coaching opportunity. So shout out to him. I asked him, like, because I was just getting the bug, like, I think, I could do this shit and be a head coach, but it's a lot of responsibility. Niggas don't know that. You got to deal with the parents. You got to come up with all the, you know what I'm saying? You got to come up with plays. You got to do all this shit. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a nigga that's like that. I could do that shit. So I told him about halfway through the season, I said, hey, man, I think, next year, if you, if you go up, man, let me take this squad. So, we go through the season, we end up going to the playoffs, we lose, you know what I'm saying? The next year come by, COVID hit. You feel me? I'm supposed to coach. COVID hit. Nigga end up not being able to coach. You know what I'm saying? I had a team getting ready, couldn't coach, you know what I'm saying? Because fucking COVID hit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, fast forward, the next year comes, I end up coaching and taking the team, man. And I'll tell you this, it's been two things in my life that I felt created purpose, because I really didn't truly know what my purpose was on this planet, man. And finding that one is a beautiful thing. The first thing was being a father. That was the most purposeful thing that has ever been in my life. I take the most pride in being a father to my kids. And one, due to the fact my pops wasn't around, but also just because I've just poured so much love into my kids, and all the love that I didn't receive, I poured into my kids, and it just created purpose. I knew once my kids were born, that was something that I knew why I was here on this planet, was to guide them in life. The second thing was coaching football, being a coach and a mentor to our youth, because I look at it like this, man, and this is the truth. I spent a lot of time doing bullshit. I probably led a lot of people the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? As we spoke from the initial beginning of the video, you know what I'm saying? I started something with some people, created something, and a lot of shit didn't come that was good from that shit, as well as some of the camaraderie and the positivity that comes. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is when you become a gangbanger and a gang member and all that shit. You know what comes with it and what doesn't come with it. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, it was a lot of times that I probably crashed niggas out inadvertently. You feel me? And so me understanding what my purpose is now, being able to impact the youth prior to them, and being a nigga that was originally from somewhere and was gang banging, I felt like this was one of my purposes and callings in life, was to be able to reach the youth before they get tainted, bro, by what's out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not a lot of strong black role models or anything out in this world like it used to. And to me, I can't really teach an old nigga nothing. You feel me? It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. But with these kids, man, you can impact them, man. And when I'm out there coaching them, bro, I'm their brother, I'm their father, I'm their uncle, I'm their homie, I'm everything, because some of them dudes don't got that, bro.
Yeah.
They fathers is in prison,
Yeah.
or they did, you know what I'm saying, or they ain't came around. They mamas is on drugs and they daddy is there. You know what I'm saying? Some of them live with their granny, some of them live with their auntie. The only time they get this positive interaction and from males, which is important, from males, from a male, from a man, to get that
Yeah.
interaction is through me coaching them, bro. If I don't show up, bro, I might have missed that opportunity, man, to guide them in the right direction. So when I got into coaching, it was purposeful for me. You feel me? The second time around, especially. So me, I've been coaching now, shit, a total of 12 years. I just took a team, you know what I'm saying, with my boy, man. Shout out to Bobby T. Rogers, man. If y'all don't know him, man, y'all know his daddy, man. He a real factor. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to get all into his shit. But Bobby T. Rogers is
Right.
a real dude, man. That's my big bro in this, especially with this coaching. We came together. I was at Palmdale. He was at West Lancaster, man. We came together, bro, and built this team, and we went to the Super Bowl. We ended up losing, man, to the white boys, man, 20-12. It was a little tough. We was out there in Santa Barbara, man. We lost, but the value that we brought this year to these young men that we helping raise and coach, man, it's invaluable, bro. I know we've impacted. I mean, when it was kids, man, that cried in my arms, bro, boo hoo. You know what I'm saying? And told me they love me coaching. And I try to tell all my coaches, man, understand this, man. You could be two types of coaches. You could be the one that these kids hate, or the one that they remember, bro. Because once you say you a coach, now I'm Coach Forks, bro. To every kid that I coach now, I'm not Smoove, I'm not Jonathan, I'm not none of that, bro. I'm Coach Forks to these kids now, and it means something. So I make sure that when I'm there with these kids, I'm impacting them, bro. And so coaching has been the blessing in my life, bro. Outside of my kids, has been the most purposeful thing I feel like I've done, man. So shout out to all my kids, man, to the West Lancaster Eagles, man. My guys, you know what I'm saying? We had a ball this year, and a lot of people counted us out, but we ended up going to the Super Bowl, man, and really having a good time this year, man. So
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
The best part about everything you just said is the fact that you probably wouldn't be who you are to them kids if you didn't go through what you had to go through. Because
absolutely,
you don't make these type of individuals who care about the community unless they come from the atrocities of those communities. You know what I mean?
absolutely,
You can't take a dude out the suburbs. He don't understand what them kids is up against if it's nowhere positive for him to go. He don't
absolutely,
understand it. But when you come from it, you understand that if them kids don't have nothing to do or they don't have no male role models to look up to, you know firsthand of where they can end up. You know what I mean? Because it's in the environment. It's that element is still there, and the element is stronger than it's ever been. So it's just a blessing to have individuals, and I seen it coming up. It always was a homie that was always telling us like, nah, don't do that, do this.
yeah, yeah.
We just was like piece of shit asshole badass kids already. So
Hey, and
I mean,
loved it, bro. And loved it. Don't get it fucked up. Had a blast. Had a motherfucking blast. Don't get it twisted for a minute. And this was important for me too, man, was for me to identify, to be able to identify with them, man. And that's the thing, like you hear shit from, like the truth is, man, people in authority figures, man, that don't look like us, that try to police us, man, we don't resonate well with them, man. We just don't. And so it was important, you know what I'm saying, for me to identify with the kids. When they see me, I'm blasted up, nigga, they know my story, you know what I'm saying? And to say this, and this was important to me too, man. I was actively gangbanging until I was 32 years old. You know what I'm saying? I ended up going to jail. When I got out of jail, I told myself, you know what, man? Nigga, I got to do something different with my life. I keep crashing myself out. I keep doing, they say you do the same thing over and over again, expect different results. It's considered insanity, bro. So it was important to me once I decided to do a different thing, bro. I went and got my bachelor's degree. That was the first thing. When I got my bachelor's degree, and then recently I just got my master's degree a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? And I did that for myself first and foremost, to help my career out. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys don't know, I work for Lockheed Martin. You feel me? So I think I've changed my life and done a complete, 183 6, however you want to look at it. But it was important for me to have those things. And I don't say them as accolades to brag or anything, but it was important for me to look like everybody else and identify, but show, look, if you put your mind to it, like I'm a street nigga at core. You know what I'm saying? My best friend nigga got murdered in 2004, got in a shootout and died. Got the wrong end of the stick, you feel me? And died. My other best friend is in life right now, facing 32 to life. He been down 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I know what it's like to be in that environment, but I changed my life, you know what I'm saying? And it's not a bad thing to do, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here blessed, you know what I'm saying? And it's being like that and being able for the kids to identify and say, look, nigga, I did this shit for somebody many years, but look, I went ahead and I still on the back end of my life did this, and I'm doing this, and I'm here for y'all. And look, I'm if you never thought it was tangible and you could touch it, nigga, I'm right here. Nigga, I did the same shit and I'm still in my community. I ain't left, man. I done put on camps for the kids. I'm tapped in with all the high school coaches. They know me, but I'm in my community, bro.
Right.
I'm tangible. You could talk to me. You could reach out to me. Look, if you needed to touch my arm, you could touch my arm, bro. You can do this shit. Don't never think that you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. So I say that to say it was meaningful for me to go get my degrees, go this, because I want them to know, like, bro, look at me, bro. You can do this shit. Now, don't get me wrong. That's not everybody's trajectory. You feel me? Not everybody wants to go to school and want to do that. By no means am I saying everybody needs to go get a degree or everything, but it's just an ode to saying, look, bro, I I'm a nigga I didn't graduate high school. You feel me?
Yeah.
I got my GED while incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't graduate high school, but it ain't about how you start. It's about how you finish. You know what I mean? And I hope that's the example that I'm setting to these young kids as I'm moving, you know what I'm saying, correctly in my life. Look, bro, don't wait as long as I wait. You feel me? Do that shit now. Grasp the opportunity. That cool shit is for the birds, bro. You feel me? Like that shit is for the birds. If you don't gotta do it, look, be smart, bro. Go do what you're supposed to do and take care of your business. Cause on the back end, instead of having to catch up, bro, you'll be ahead. You feel me? And so, man, I'm just happy I'm in a position to be able to do that. I'm happy that I got brothers like you that support me as well because hey, it matters, bro. You know what I'm saying? It matters that niggas like us look out for each other, talk to each other, have this kind of dialogue on this kind of platform. Whether we talking to 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, it's each one. You reach one, nigga, teach one, each one, even if it's only one. You feel me? You gotta reach one. That's it. That's all it starts. If we get one person, bro, we doing our job. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so I salute y'all, I commend y'all, and I appreciate y'all, you know what I mean, for even having me and answering me these questions. It means a lot to me. So
Oh yeah, man. We salute you, man, for coming on here. And you already know what it is with us anyway,
absolutely.
though.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely,
sir.
man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Go ahead, bro.
No, I said, yeah, man, because I felt like, just the relationship that, between all of us that we all got, you know what I'm saying? I knew that this was going to come together the way that it should,
Yeah.
just
Absolutely.
conversation and just, like I said, we all know each other like that on a certain level where, some niggas there just be going on to a podcast, nigga talking whatever, and that, but, you know, you really came on here, bro, and, you know, you put a lot of people on to a lot of shit that they didn't know about,
Yeah,
even
man.
including myself.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and where I was just finding out certain shit. So it's like, damn, like the bro really out there putting on for out there.
And look, I'm gonna tell you the real. I was telling TG earlier, like, man, no, it ain't LA, bro. So it's gonna always get the look of, it's not this, it's not that. But like I told them, bro, the temperature's hot out here, man. Fentanyl's heavy out here, man. People dying from fentanyl, bro. It's niggas out here getting chipped, bro, all the time. Man, it's just, and it's not to say like, oh, nigga, it's the worst place on the planet. But nigga, you gotta keep your head on the swivel, my boy. You feel me? Like that's just the reality of it, man. And this is not just my city, man. This is everywhere, bro. Keep your head on the motherfucking swivel, bro. Tap in and make sure you in the right areas. And I always felt like this, and it's one thing I can say about Lancaster. And you even said it, man. You was like, man, I see a nigga here, and it'd be a nigga from over here, bro. That's the biggest problem with it, bro. Is that I always felt like when it came to LA, niggas knew where to be and where not to be, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, don't go
Yeah,
over there.
yeah,
Don't go over there because nigga, that's this section. That's where they gonna be at, nigga. And nigga, if you
right.
go over there, it's gonna be some bullshit. Nigga, it's not like that in Lancaster and Palmdale, bro. You'll get into it with a nigga at a liquor store and fuck around and find out this nigga stay two houses down from you. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
shit like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's nothing sectioned off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it could be niggas who, you know what I'm saying, like, when Payback, you know what I'm saying, was alive, man. He came and I took him to my section where we were predominantly at and where we was, but bro, it'd be like that everywhere, nigga. Like you could be everywhere. Like, nigga, you be right here and it be bam, nigga, you run into a nigga like right here. It's very small, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of shit goes on. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of shit happens because it's all like I would say it's close in section like Compton and Watts, like right there, right there. Hit this corner, boom. Now Palmdale is Watts, Lancaster's Compton. Not saying they're Compton and Watts, you feel me? Because they're nothing like that, but I'm saying in closeness to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just a very like small area that has a lot of people. And then as the years come, nigga, it's just a lot of niggas out here now, bro. A lot of niggas, and it's the gang culture is in full effect, and it's just poverty is in full effect, bro. It's just poverty, bro. It's not a rich area. At one point, it probably was. You know what I'm saying? Prior to everybody gravitating, but it's just not a very rich area, and it's growing, but demographics, bro, it's not a rich area, and so it's cheap to live at. Obviously California's getting higher in prices, but bro, wherever you got cheap living, poverty's gonna follow it, man. You know what I'm
That, that
yeah,
definitely. That's why they gentrifying this. That's why they gentrifying LA right now because they don't want the poor people fucking up these beautiful stadiums and all this shit they building. That's why they gentrifying. They pushing the price up. They tearing these apartment buildings down, building them up new. They giving these people $1,500 to $2,500 to move, and they pushing them to the Lancaster, Palmdales, the Victorvilles, the Atalantos. So
Absolutely.
all these poverty-stricken people are pushing to these areas where it's more affordable to live, because in a minute, you know, the white people, they want this shit back.
Come on, and I mean, I mean, what you gonna do, bro? If the cost of living goes up and you can't financially support yourself, what are you gonna do, bro? You're gonna go to where it's cheap. It's just the normal thing, and that's by design. And you know, man, and hopefully, man, this is the beginning of many opportunities for me to talk with y'all, because that's a whole nother subject.
Bro, it was just different out there, bro, back then. Like, especially like I say, I got shot in '06, bro. So I was living in Palmdale, but still would, like, you know, drive over to Lancaster or whatnot like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going between the two, it was still like that had to have been what? I got shot in '06. So I had to be like '05, some shit like that. 2005. You know what I'm saying? Early 2006 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, to where it was like, yeah, bro, like I one thing that I do remember is how racist the police was out there.
Bro, look,
that was a different, like, nigga. I'm like, yo.
Oh, bro, I done, man, look, man. Bro, look, see, and you know, I caught a lot of flack, bro. You know what I'm saying? From speaking on shit when one of the police got chipped, but they didn't really understand, like, everybody, they sanctify people, you know what I'm saying? When they pass, it's the same instance, like when, a nigga was a demon out there and they'd be like, my baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that was my baby, you know what I'm saying? It'd be the same with some of these, crooked ass, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely.
doing all kind of shit, and then, they want a nigga to, oh man, he was the great guy. Like, bro, where? He wasn't policing y'all, you feel me? Yeah, nigga, niggas are slamming us up and, kicking us in our ribs and shit. Nigga, y'all, he's a great guy. Nigga, I was just sitting outside. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I went to one of my boys who just passed away, cuz was a officer. You know what I'm saying? And damn, it's crazy I say that and this nigga obituary move. But it's right, no, real shit. As soon as I mentioned it, his obituary move. But nah, like, it just going to his funeral and I'm looking at all these, bro, I ain't never been around that many police officers in my life, nigga. And not only just police officers, you got detectives, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that.
Oh, wait.
I'm looking at like, but what I will say, nigga, that was the first funeral I've ever been to in my life that started on time. Cause that motherfucker started on time, nigga, and on time.
Right, you know what black people is, man. It take us 2 hours to watch 60 minutes, man. Come on.
Hey, bro. But nah, like, nigga, like, it was just so many motherfuckers, and I'm looking at all of these different police officers in there, right? And I'm just looking at them though, bro, and I'm just like some of these motherfuckers in here could then beat up on somebody who look like me just because.
Man.
You know, and like, just because a lot of these motherfuckers in here then violated somebody who looked just like me on some just because shit, like, because they was on bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, because like I say, even when my boy said he was gonna be that, it was kind of like, damn, all right.
Yeah. Bro.
But nah, nigga, like, nigga, Palmdale, Lancaster police, nigga, they different, nigga.
Look, just to put some context onto that, we have a 97% conviction rate when it comes to our court, bro. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, niggas take, you know how many deals niggas come to Lancaster, bro, and Palmdale and end up getting cracked and take deals and get washed, bro. We are known for washing motherfuckers up. The judicial system, the police, bro, all that shit, bro. It's fucked up out here, bro. It's fucked
Oh,
up.
nigga, I
It's
saw it. I think that the street was like, is it called Princessa or some shit like that?
Yeah, but you know, it's Avenue City, man. Everything based on ours is avenues and streets, bro. So you got number system and then you got avenues. Everything is a
You got S and then you got 47. Because I stayed off of 47th and Avenue
east
S.
side, east side where the houses is nice, but it's ghetto as a fuck. Ghetto
Hey,
ass niggas with big
nigga.
ass houses. Big ass
Hey,
houses. Dirty be ghetto as shit over that motherfucker, boy. I tell you.
and that's where I stayed at, nigga. Hey, TG, that's where that nigga bat was, nigga. That's where we shot at. That's where we shot at. Nigga over there, man. My nigga back, let it be on me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
on me, man.
We gonna chime back in, man, and touch on some more shit, man. I ain't gonna hold niggas. We gonna yeah. I wanna do this again next week.
Man, look, man. You know,
Oh, you
you
let me know what
look.
day we in.
Just so y'all know, you know, I support what y'all do 100%, man. Whatever y'all need, you know what I'm saying? Let me know, man. For y'all, you know what I'm saying? For some niggas, they don't got that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, man, I'm busy. I got to do some shit for y'all. You know, man. It's like talking to my brother. So that shit ain't nothing, man. Anytime you want to chop it, you know, man, we all intellectually sound. And I want to shout y'all out too, man. I was gonna tell you and TG, man. I remember TG when I first heard you rap, nigga. And I was like, I don't know about this nigga TG, man. And this nigga TG dropped I been had money, Monopoly boy. I said, this nigga whore, bro.
I was
Whore,
feeling myself.
nigga. That nigga, you know what I'm saying? I said, this nigga, man. I said, this nigga whore, bro. And then August Blue, man, when you dropped that first album, bro, that first one, that entire project, bro, that's still one of my favorite projects. Your first one that you dropped, bro. That
Bro,
motherfucker,
August
that
Sky,
motherfucker was hard,
man.
bro. That motherfucker was hard. I've been a fan of both of y'all music for a while, so I look forward to the next shit. The shit you and Doughboy did, my nigga, that shit was hard as fuck too, TG.
Good looking,
So,
man. I got
Man.
I do another podcast with him and the homie Trey. We more so dropping like shorts of that shit.
yeah.
I'm gonna be mixing it up on all this shit, man. This my newfound lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like the aesthetics in the background too. Get your shit together, August Blue. That nigga TG shit look better than yours. Get your shit together, nigga. You feel me? Now, next time we do it, I'm gonna be in my studio, nigga. Y'all got me fucked up.
Hey, look,
Nigga,
man.
nigga TG got the aesthetics looking real pleasurable in the fucking background. Hold up, nigga. Who the fuck you think you is, nigga?
Yeah, man. I gotta
Hey,
do
hey,
it like this when the bitches start
I'm
watching.
about to,
yeah, I seen it today. You ain't seen the nigga
I
earlier,
can't.
Blue.
This got
Hey,
the.
you ain't seen that nigga earlier, Blue. That nigga did not look like that. Nigga didn't look like that. That nigga came over. See this nigga out here looking like Puff Daddy. You hold on, we gotta say Puffy. That nigga Puffy under scrutiny right now, nigga. That
Yeah,
nigga under
man.
hey,
Nigga, he going through it right now.
Man,
Yeah.
shout out to Puff, man. You know the cold part about that situation is everybody finding humor in it, but you know we the only race when our people get in the hot seat. You know
come on.
I see as much as I love 50 music back then. I don't agree with what 50 doing. You posting all that evidence and all that. That's police
Yeah,
shit
that's
to me, man.
bullshit.
You
Oh
know what I mean?
God.
So we the
That
only
shit.
race that when our people get in the hot seat, you know what I mean, we bring our own people down faster than anybody else. Not saying that if any of them accusations is true, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
that I'm
yeah.
justifying what he done, but like as black people, man,
But yeah,
sometimes
no.
we gotta learn how to shut the fuck up when our people in the hot seat and just let them go through what they go through.
Hey,
Because
Right.
when the white people do shit, they people don't crucify them like that. When them Hispanics do shit, they people don't crucify them. Them Asians do shit, they people don't crucify them. We the only race of people that as soon as our people do something wrong, we crucify him before anybody else do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You ain't lying. That is an absolute fact. That is an absolute fact. So I hear you 100%. Yeah, because I've been seeing that shit 50 been doing too, and I've been kind of like, bro, that's way out, bro. It's
Yeah,
way
like,
out. And obviously, like you said, if the accusations end up being true, then nigga, shame on you, nigga. That's some weirdo shit. But nigga, if it's not, nigga, you can't come back from that bullshit, nigga. So, I not that 50 probably cares anyway, but it's true though. We just as a community, we definitely gotta do better, man. But yeah, man, let me know whatever y'all need, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to support y'all 100%, man. I appreciate y'all having me, you know what I mean? And I look forward to doing this again. You feel me? Like I said, Blue, get your shit together, nigga.
Nigga, I'm gonna get some new lights, kid. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, nigga. Now you gonna have comments talking shit, and I'm gonna have to get them, cuz.
That's all good. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm fire, nigga.
That's back there with that motherfucking strip club, Miami Vice ass. Like, fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck this nigga.
Nigga, you jealous. You jealous, motherfucker.
So yeah, man, tap in with me, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be safe out there.
You too,
oh, yeah, bro.
All right. Moving.
Moving.